Bones Beyond Time. A Mage the Ascension campaign. Ari. A-Red. Shay. Diesel. Walter. Galewind. Bones Beyond Time.
Hello, I'm Kara858, and today we're bringing you Season 2, Episode 6 of Bones Beyond Time, our Mage the Ascension campaign. As always, we want to give a huge thank you to the love and support that we receive for this campaign, especially from within the family community. We're excited to be back to tell this wonderful story. So let's introduce our cast, explain who they are, who they're playing, and any projects that they're working on. And we'll start first with our lovable friend, Melee Damage. Like to talk about who you're playing and projects you're working on?
Hi there, I'm Melee Damage. Let's see, I do a lot of things, all the things, music, film, streaming. Best way to keep up with all of that stuff is just following me on the socials, which is whatever the platform is, /Melee Damage. And I got like a lot of guest appearances and stuff coming. That is the best way to, figure out where all that stuff is. And tonight I will be playing Irene, the resident like anarchist dumpster fire.
Perfect, absolutely perfect. Next, we have our wonderful ST Ree. Ree, you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Goodness, I'm next. Hello, everyone. You can follow me on all the socials at Big Dude Ree. Tonight, I am the lovely storyteller, so I get to play the supporting cast, these wonderful people here. I'm also multiple places, including over on the Bear Pen, where I'm playing in their D&D campaign, which I just joined last week, so you should check that episode out, as well as a few shows here, and another secret project that's coming up pretty soon that you should be keeping your eyes open for, because I'm super excited. And I'm pretty sure that today is going to be completely uneventful for these lovely people.
Sure. Next, we have the lovable Aki. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Hi everybody, I'm Aki. I play Diesel Coombs, who is a member of the Celestial Chorus, and I'm super excited to not die tonight. Not gonna die. As for projects I'm working on, New Pantheon just came to its mid-season finale point, so that will be off on Sundays for the next couple of months. So that being said, this is the only other project I'm working on currently. So there are some things that I'm hoping to be able to announce soon, but just keep your ears and eyes and ears open for that.
Perfect. Next, we have lovable Sharif Jackson. Would you like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on?
Yeah, so I'm playing Galewind True, he, him. I'm also he, him as well. Be catching me at Rivals of Waterdeep on Sundays, 10 a.m. Pacific, at twitch.tv/Rivals of Waterdeep. We're in the middle of season 12, getting into some fun shenanigans there. And for a couple, might be done by the time this airs, but for a couple Mondays, I'll be on Idle Champions presents Court of the Raven Queen on twitch.tv/CNE Games with a bunch of cool folks. We just had our first game with Becca Scott, and we'll have a few more guests on as DM B-Dave Walters tries to murder us in fun ways. So make sure to check that show out.
You know what took me by surprise was the fact that not a single person have dropped to 0 hit points yet. I was just like, maybe he received feedback of just like, you know what, maybe you should bring down 4 of your PCs in the first 20 minutes. But
yeah, considering I win the death saves 15 minutes into last season. I mean, the dice tell the story, so
that's true.
It does not fear backlash on the internet.
Yeah, it's his brand. So
Yes, it's his brand.
He embraces the chaos.
The
I
evil
like to
DM
think of
cup.
myself as the type of person who's like, no fear. And then B. Dave Walters enters the room and they're like, one fear.
Yeah. Fantastic. Make our way now. We have the lovable Paige. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Hello, I am Paige James. I play Talos Kai, who tries to do the best he can in this world. Projects that I'm working on. This is really it, and I guess I am the ultimate project, and it's a never-ending project.
I like that. I like
Never-ending
that.
project.
I like that. You know what?
That should be all of our answers. Really.
Yeah, really? Yeah. I was just
working
like,
on
okay,
ourselves.
you can claim copyright infringement, copyright. But let me just go ahead and brawl that, for a few times on Twitter. I'm like, man, what a statement! I love that.
Go ahead.
Next, we have the lovable Michael, aka Nosferatu Wicked. If you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Well, hi, my name is Nos or Michael, and unlike most of these lovely people, I do none of the things because I'm terrible at networking and I'm also very shy.
That's okay.
I play Walter, the other resident dumpster fire and potential caffeine addict. And yeah, other than that, that's it.
I think we have a couple of dumpster fire. We have like at least maybe 2, possibly 3. We'll see. It depends upon where Ari goes. I think Ari will be the next dumpster fire. But it depends.
It's a murder of dumpster fires. Instead of murder of crows, it's a murder of dumpster fires.
I agree. As for yours truly, I'm Kara858. I'm playing the sweet bean Ari, of course. In terms of projects that we're working on, our Lords of Faerû campaign just recently concluded, but of course you can be able to find all of the VODs here on YouTube. We just recently announced a new show that just came out on our YouTube called Reclamation, which if you like Game of Thrones with a little bit of Sims and civilization, political intrigue, mystery, and thriller, you're gonna love this campaign. And also, because I realized where the show is coming out, there should be a new teaser video or teaser image just coming out of our brand new campaign called Fractured Destiny. Fractured Destiny is a campaign that will be DM'd by Noir Enigma and features it features Elisa Pearl, Adriosa, Jessica Nerdy, myself, Big Duree. It's a brand new campaign. You know what? I'm not going to say too much about it because I feel like there's a lot of secrets that's going to be foretold when we first come out. But take a look at that. That's going to be all on our Twitch. And there's also another campaign that'll be coming out in the near future as well. But we'll leave that as a surprise for now as well. So with that, just keep an eye out on our Twitter at The Cookout TTRPGs, as well as the Kara858 for not just TTRPG goodness, but Die Hard Dice giveaways and more. I'm also happy to announce, of course, that Boss Beyond Time has a Patreon. You can find the link to our Patreon in the description section below. All proceeds go directly to the cast, and members get exclusive content like Patreon Discord channels, after shows, and bonus episodes. Speaking of bonus episodes, we have an entire prequel arc exclusively for Patreon, so you don't want to miss out how these mages came to be. And if you'd like to support the show but can't do it via monetary means, you can follow the Twitter at the Cookout TTRPG. Liking and retweeting the show truly does help the algorithm, and for that, we truly appreciate it. And so with that, I think that's enough spilling for today. We're going to go ahead and transition to our wonderful ST Ree. Ree, take it away.
So before we begin our story this evening, as a quick reminder, we are playing in the world of darkness, where bad things do occasionally happen, and as a result, we are not our characters. Excuse me. We are all lovely people, but on the off chance that our characters say do or have something that happens to them that is uncomfortable for you all, please feel free to take a break, skip, or do whatever it is you need to do. I have spoken with all of the lovely people here, and we do have a system for them to let me know if they are uncomfortable, and it is very important that you all do what you need to do. Now that that has been said, we will rejoin our party members early the next morning, as you all have recently come across some information that is interesting, potentially disturbing, and potentially dangerous all at the same time. After a quick run-in and conversation with Aaron and Ari's mother, you all discovered that there may be an aphonic corruption problem within the technocracy. In order to investigate that a bit better, you'll have begun to put together a plan to infiltrate an area that is known to be inhabited by a few of them. And this morning, I believe you all need to decide on exactly how you're going to approach that and what preparations you all wish to have. So I will say where you currently are will be up to you all to decide. But I leave the story to the six of you.
So Ari, of course, when they wake up from their bed, they kind of like push the eye boogers from out of their eyes. They kind of like wipe their forehead, and they look over to Iron and says, "Iron, what should we do about Mom?"
Iron, who is half hanging out a window, smoking a joint, quickly throws it out the window and like flags away the smoke. I was thinking about that, and I have a lot of mixed feelings.
I can feel it.
I'm not sure you would understand. I would feel bad trauma dumping you, essentially, about how I feel about the situation, Ari. But how do you feel about it? I feel like is a more straightforward question, probably.
Well, I can feel your feelings inside me, and so that already kind of puts a pressure, not pressure, but it kind of cements in there. And then what you told me, it kind of makes sense. And so I tried talking to her yesterday, but it felt weird. It wasn't comfortable at all.
Yeah, see, the vibe is off. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they've always been like that. It's, I don't know. We should probably talk to the others. And this is one of those things that I'm so 50-50 on, Ari. Because, like, they're our parents and I want to give them a chance, but there's a lot to undertake there. And it's like an onion of layers, and they all make you cry.
Oh, I don't want that to happen. But we should just leave the onion for later. Or we just eat chocolate instead.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. So group consensus and chocolate. This sounds like a great idea.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll run over and give you a huge hug for support. It's like, oh, okay. I'm glad I don't feel alone at this. I'm glad you kind of... Well, it makes sense because I feel you, so you probably feel how I feel. So we just kind of... Our feelings just kind of mesh together to whatever this is. Makes sense.
Yeah, it can get a bit much. I will try to intake less caffeine and maybe like try and meditate a little bit, see if that like lessens anything on you. Sometimes that you feel what I feel, especially when it's like a really like deep thing, and I am sorry.
No, it's okay. Only sometimes I get a little confused because sometimes I get this feeling of like I feel really calm all of a sudden, and I don't really know where that's coming from because I'm usually pretty hyper, but then you do so. I think it's also a smell. I thought I smelled a smell, but usually after that I just feel really calm.
There was like a couple of cats over here earlier. That's what that smell is that you smell. No, don't worry about it.
Oh, they poop. Okay, that's okay then. And they'll grab your hand and yeah, I guess we head out to the main area.
Yeah, and I ran like spray some Febreze as she leaves.
He's gonna try to find a place kind of, I don't know how big this place is, but he's going to try to find some place that's kind of off to his own. And he's going to try, if anyone observes him, he's going to be practicing like fighting forms and stances. So he's trying to run through some of his old routines. But if anyone observes him, it's not going too well. But he is, given all that's happened and the last few battles that he's been in, he's trying to, kind of see what kind of shape he's in. So he's, running through his routines on his own.
Talos is walking by. Again, I don't know how big it is either, but let's just say
No one
for
knows.
the sake
That's
of
the
it.
thing.
I'm
That's what I'm
walking by. I see Galwin doing this. Galwin, right? That was your name, right?
Yes.
I apologize. I just want to make sure. I saw your form earlier. It was nice, but I was wondering, would you like to try to spar? Maybe I could just as a helpful veteran to another. Would you like to?
You honor me with your request, but I'm afraid I'm not the man I used to be.
That's fine. It's like riding a bike. It comes back pretty naturally.
What experience do you have with fighting?
Well, I was ex-military I was military for 8 years. I was a combat medic. I was in combat operations for 5 of those 8 years until I was sent to the Pentagon and had to do a lot of admin work. But I still have that knowledge, if you like. I've did martial arts tournaments as a kid.
A military
I'd like to
person.
make us as prepared as possible for the coming battle.
Well, yes, I would love to learn a few tricks of the trade from from a different generation. So yeah, he takes you up on your offer, and I guess. Okay, I do want to know the size of this place, though. Is it a New York apartment? Is this a Midwest? Is Midwest? Like where are we talking?
Your chancery is currently underneath an actual movie theater. So it's pretty decently big.
Okay.
It's enough. There's enough space that the above movie theater can have 3 theaters in it, I guess if those are called.
Oh, okay.
There's like a room for like a separate meeting for so you guys have enough space.
So, sorry, I thought we were already in the had already went to the city, but I guess we haven't yet. Okay, I got it. Yeah. So yeah, he I guess gets in a stance and says, "You move first."
So are we actually sparring? Do we have to do anything for this, or can we just spar?
Yeah, we can role play it if you can. We can roll for spar.
I would say, what is the goal? Is it to spar, or are you trying to teach Galen something?
I would. Well, I mean, all due respect, I think he knows what he's doing. I think he just has lost touch with it. So if anything, I want to awaken that and maybe teach a little bit and then show him some new stuff that he might not have known. Maybe he does know, and I'm unaware. So
difficulty 6. So I say you can both roll at difficulty 6.
Okay.
And we're doing.
It would be dexterity plus whichever violence doing skill you wish to use. Brawl, martial art.
Dexterity and violence.
Doing.
Yeah. What do we roll for violence?
There are many options.
So athletics or martial arts? Because I got some of both of those.
I would say it's your choice to kind of what you feel reflects your character better, because you could honestly deal with many of the skills. Brawling, martial arts, athletics, melee weapon. If you want to do that, I'll let you pick.
bring out a fake knife real quick. All right.
That tracks. 0 successes.
Oh no.
That definitely tracks.
Oh, we can't hear you suddenly.
You're muted.
Yeah, you muted.
Am I still muted?
And now you're good.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, you're good now. Hello? Oh, that was awesome.
I will knife who I want, all right?
How many successes did you receive?
6.
Oh, no. Poor unfortunate soul.
Yeah, I had 9 rolls. Right, each one's a dice, right?
Yeah.
Dexterity.
Yeah, it's just a number of d10s. Yeah.
You have 9 dice to roll for
Holy
violence?
crap.
For violence.
So that would normally be enough almost enough bludgeoning damage to knock him unconscious. But I'll let you narrate how this exchange goes. I don't think you wish to hurt him, but I don't think you want to hurt your friend here.
I want to boost up his confidence. All right, like the tailwind he is.
Yeah, and like Yelwyn's idea is that you get to know someone better by fighting them. You know, like you get to learn. And I know I'm totally stealing that from people, from like 1,000 people have said that, but like you
every
know, like
martial artist.
Yeah,
For me to
exactly.
know you, we must fight.
Yeah, exactly. But no, he like, you know, he doesn't really know this person, and he's feeling kind of lackluster, and he's like, you know, so he's trying to. I'm imagining it's like when Morpheus first fights Neo in the Matrix, and it's a lot of but I would be Neo in this case.
I'm honored to be Morpheus.
Yeah.
So as you two are exchanging, it becomes clear that Galen's movements aren't necessarily incorrect or bad. They just aren't designed for the version of him that is current. You get the feeling each one, if he were just a bit faster, would have changed the exchange. And as you kind of begin this exchange, it's almost as if you can see each individual mistake as if you're almost fighting 2 separate people. Talos, it's something you've experienced a few times, generally with the more martial inclined members of your order. But you figure that Gelwyn should either find a way to improve himself physically to kind of catch up to where he was in the past, or to kind of adapt his changes into something new. But there's definitely the echoes of a proper combatant there.
Oh, you're muted again.
What? I don't think it's muted. I think it's like picking up real quiet, like.
Remember,
It's like trying to ignore your like background noise.
Let me just get real sexual.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, is that what kind of fight this is?
Yeah,
Oh, man,
I
got 0 successes on that. Oh, man.
What is the ghosts in Ghosts when they're like holding each other doing pop? Same thing, but we're like moving together. We're like,
oh, I love this.
Yeah, I'm just move your hips a little bit more.
See, this is exactly what you want to read. This is what you planned out. This is all good. I love this. Break out the pottery.
I can feel the past you inside of you, so I'm gonna just mold it back in there. You know?
Yeah. You're quite strong with your movements, actually.
Thank you. Your skin is so soft.
Yes, I exfoliate daily, but unfortunately, I'm not the man I used to be, as I said before. I promise I used to be able to block these moves, but I'm just lost.
That's
without
fine.
you.
I can help find the past you, and I kind of just keep helping him out, do maybe some elbows in there, do some jabs, showing him. I'm like, just you gotta. It's your hips, I think, mostly. You gotta move from the hips, and I just kind of like hold him.
Can you show me?
Yeah, and so I get right behind, like an inch away. We can just be this close, and I get just right up on there, and I'm just like, just gotta move. We go real slow with it. You remember what they used to teach you, right? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So we have to get smooth first. And I'm sorry, it's so hard. It's so hard to do.
Hey, this is the beauty of improv.
This is awesome.
I really want someone to walk in on this. Anyone?
Yeah, please,
Hey,
please.
if anybody wants to walk in, you can.
Well, Diesel hasn't established what they're. Okay, yes, do it.
Yeah, Ari and Iron walk, holding hands, and I think we looked towards him like,
This is the weirdest reenactment of the Beat It music video I've ever seen.
Well, hold on. I was just showing. It's not what you think it is. I swear.
Yeah.
There's knives and some kind of dance. I don't.
And
All right, cover
up.
your eyes.
Walter walks in with a coffee, Walter walks in with a coffee. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Someone threw a joint into my coffee when I was taking a smoke.
Yeah.
And then he pauses.
That's just some weird. There was a big cat, and he had thumbs, and he
And then-
threw it, and I saw him.
Walter looks at Aaron. He's like, Then he looks at Talos and Gaelwind and goes, And
wait,
what?
well, I'm confused. What kind of training is this? What is this magic?
I believe they call it Spartan.
Yeah, it's Spartan-esque. It's martial arts. You can learn it if you like.
Yeah, the training happens later.
This is the training.
Yes, there are things that you will learn as you age, young Ari.
Oh, I know a little bit. Angela told me.
My sides hurt from smiling.
Oh, really? Let's see. Can you show us?
Oh, okay. Well, this is what she told me what to do if I ever have to worry about a white van coming by, and they'll get into a position. And yeah, they have a couple of dots in martial arts, so I guess they will go ahead and attempt to roll. It was the dexterity in martial arts, I guess.
Yeah. That's why I had to roll.
And what's the difficulty? 6?
That's what I was told.
Okay. Okay. 2 successes.
Okay. So there is definitely the semblance of proper teachings of proper discipline in Ari's movement, but it has the kind of the undercurrent of someone with too much energy and like all the wrong places. So the moves aren't so much as wrong as there's just the energy is in different places, and it definitely gives off the kind of the excitable child of it. But there's definitely some proper training there. There's definitely someone put the time in to kind of show or to teach young Ari how to defend himself or themselves.
Mm-hmm. See, and then when I kick them like this, I'm supposed to kick them right in the middle area. And then that's just all they wrote. That's what Angela said. When the white van comes.
It's very good. I can see that you are going to be amazing when you get older.
So as this is happening, Walter's just gonna with this coffee just stand there, look at Iron, and go, "So, how's your morning? This is my morning."
Right there with you.
And as they kind of having this
Did that
exchange,
joint that landed in your coffee, did any of it survive, by the way, or is it just ruined?
and as she says that, Walter is gonna reach into his jacket that he has on because he was outside, and he's gonna pull out this small tin box and just slide it over while no one's looking. It's like she knows what's inside of it. He's like, no, none of it.
Did Diesel join us by chance yet, or?
You all smell good things coming from the kitchen, I think is what's happening. Specifically, bacon. Bacon is happening.
Run out.
Ari's like, oh, I read this bacon. Who's making bacon? Somebody's making bacon. Do you want to go?
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I think we should depart from this situation and get some bacon.
I do a respectful bow to Gelwin and leave as quickly as I can.
Sweet.
Ari just walks towards the bacon smell, like their nose kind of like up in the air, like Looney Tunes. You know how when they float, when there's like that cookie smell, and they kind of like float towards the smell. They kind of like what Ari's doing, because bacon is like their top 3 favorite dishes.
Yeah, yeah, like
Bacon,
Jerry.
chocolate.
Tom and Jerry.
Oh man, wait until they discover chocolate covered bacon.
They're in for a treat. They are in for a treat.
As you all make your way to your kitchen, Diesel, what sight are they greeted with?
Diesel is wearing no shirt, a pair of pants, and like an apron, and like a top hat, and like just they've just started scrambling some eggs. Not a top hat, but like a chef's hat. They've just started scrambling some eggs, and like there are pancakes on the table and bacon, and like there's this mysterious thing called grits on the table. They kind of went all out. Like they're currently scrambling some eggs, but you can also see the things set aside for like making omelets possibly. But of course there's bacon and all that good stuff. So yeah.
Did they make sweet grits or?
They've made plain grits that you can add whatever you want to. But I see you, and I'm real angry.
Love it.
Diesel will not judge you. Aki's judging you hard.
I was like, the rivalry has begun. Time to Homer out of that conversation.
Let's back all the way up. Yeah. But yes, there is a veritable buffet of breakfast foods happening on the table when y'all walk in. The pancakes, some of them are chocolate chip pancakes.
Ari looks up towards Diesel and says, wow, thank you for doing all of this. What is it a special occasion?
I mean, kind of. Your mom is back, and we are about to go do something incredibly dangerous. So I figured we deserved a nice big breakfast together.
If this was a supper, I would be concerned.
Why do you think I'm doing this right here, right now? Yeah, big breakfast for the whole crew. I'm making scrambled eggs right now, but I can make omelets for anybody who wants omelets.
Of an omelet, if that's an option.
Yeah. Toss what you want in your omelet in a small bowl and put it right there. And they have these smaller bowls next to like a little assembly line that you just toss the stuff you want in your omelet in a bowl and just hand them the bowl and they'll dump it in your
Michelin
omelet
star
and make it.
Service.
Wow.
In another life, Aki opened a restaurant and became a world famous chef.
I just hope that you make time for yourself to eat as well.
Oh, trust me. I eat and cook. It'll be fine. I'm gonna be fine.
Oh wow, that's a nice technique. And thank you so much for doing this. I've almost never seen a feast like this before. This is amazing.
Do you want to try something really cool, Ari?
Mm-hmm.
You might need someone to help you, but I think you've got this. There is a big bag of oranges right over there. Okay. Would you like to try to make fresh squeezed orange juice?
Okay, fresh squeezed orange juice. Okay. They look towards Iris like, can I give this a try?
Iron, who has a cake currently rolled around like 20 pieces of bacon that she like has dunked in syrup and is jamming into her mouth, is like, uh-huh.
So there's a big bag of oranges and there's a juicer and then all that good stuff. So Ari can make fresh squeezed orange juice for everybody.
Wow. So Ari will definitely give that a try. And this is the first time that they've really got into cooking or making a cuisine. So they're just like, okay, I guess, is it like electronic where you just press it in and the juice comes out? Or like, how does it work?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
There is a juicer there. However you want that to work, have at it.
So
what do you think we can afford is the question.
well, we did get a few more dots and resources, if I remember correctly, from our good friend Celine. So I say we maybe have like the ninja foodie version of a juicer. So they'll go ahead and place that in, and they'll probably look to the side and grab like a chef's cap as well, and it pretty much is like covers almost like half their face, so they kind of like pushes it up just a little bit so they can be able to see, and it just like dangles down their back. And then after they get finished squeezing it up, they kind of carry this huge pitcher with them, and then they try to like pour it on the cups. It's like, here you go, I think I did it right. Hopefully it came out good. I mean, you can't go.
I have all the faith in you that it turned out great.
Now it turns out everyone brushed their teeth like 5 minutes ago.
No, we're not going to do that to the poor kid. But yeah, Diesel basically, made breakfast for everybody. And like once they've got their own breakfast and they're sitting down, they kind of look around the table and go, so do we have an actual plan? I know that we threw a few ideas around, but I don't remember if we actually ever settled on anything. There was going to be like two groups, right? Mm-hmm. One of us doing one thing and one of us doing another.
There was one group that was supposed to draw the attention and see, and just talk to them because, I guess we used the famous card. And then there was the other group that was supposed to go behind the scenes like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then sneak in and then find out the information that no one was looking.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. I feel like we're missing somebody pretty important to that plan. You're
Luna.
There you go.
Luna left earlier this morning. She said that they had a flight to catch to a show, apparently. I wasn't really sure what they were talking about. I'm uninformed most of the time. So I don't really know how this plan is going to work without Luna.
Well, we do have somebody else in this group who's famous. I'm unfortunately known, but I have an interesting relationship with the target.
How?
Well, he attended my play, mean mugged me pretty hard. I blew that performance out of the water. Like, not to toot my own horn, but that is the best work I've ever done on stage, and they noticed.
People were crying everywhere.
And I think that if we do decide to continue with this plan, the best possible option is probably me, because I'm already visible. Like, people already know me. So, and
I just want to say, I need you all to remember that we're not dealing with just sleepers. We are dealing with other mages. Whatever we can think of, they probably have a counter for. We need to be smart.
You're not wrong.
Of course.
And they know we exist. That's the thing. They know we are a faction in Cleveland. Because we haven't been exactly subtle.
Well, there's a time for subtlety, and there's also a time for non-subtlety. subtlety, because I can't think of the opposite word. So even though they are aware of us, we can still have we can still go in there without trying to attract too much attention. And then if the attention comes, we can take care of it.
I think what plays into our cards is that Mr. Nefandi considers us fun. He thinks we're fun. We're a distraction. He doesn't take us seriously. We can play into that.
Yes, Wiz, we can use that to our advantage.
Oh, so?
I mean, he had like what, 2 opportunities to knock us off the board, and he didn't. He thinks we're entertaining. He is arrogant. Arrogant people are usually stupid. They make mistakes.
Well,
We can use that to our advantage.
yeah. What do you think the best way of doing that would be?
Play up to his ego.
Well, I've got a lot of practice with doing things like that. I am, after all, an actor.
Just don't get yourself killed, all right?
That is not something I can promise.
Maybe we should spread the word that you're making a surprise appearance somewhere.
Could do that.
Like possibly at a local theater.
Not this one. I think that would be a little bit too much of a tip off.
And I'm sure. No. In what was the name of the city, the technocrat city, town?
It was a building. Where?
It was a building, not a city.
For some reason, I keep thinking, yeah, Tower. Oh, I keep thinking it's a city, but it's a building named Tower City.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not sure if it would work, but it would certainly, I think, draw people out of hiding, and they would come to us. And we would be at a slight disadvantage, but I think we can handle ourselves.
Okay.
So the plan would be to have you perform and hope that they come to us, or
Not a performance, just coming by to.
Sure, we could. There's some sort of like ballroom or gathering place in the Tower City building that we could potentially like rent out or reserve in some way.
Oh. Mm. And then
and it would give us a reason to be there.
can we do like an encore of your previous show? Can it be held there?
I mean, we could try. I could talk to my crew. Like, now that the show is over, a lot of them might have already moved on to their next gig. So it would take some time for me to figure that out. I mean, I don't think it's impossible, but I can certainly try. I just know that if it is something that we are going to try and do, like as an encore sort of thing, the inquiry about Tower City can't come from me. I'm going to have to try to get my my production crew to do it, and that is going to require me to do something I'm not perfectly comfortable doing. Don't like lying to people. Not fun for me. But I'll see what I can do.
Can we ask Celine? You think Celine can help?
Maybe she could. You can ask.
Because she was an ex-technocrat, so I'm pretty sure she could do like boop, 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 boop. And then next you know, we have registration.
Yeah. I mean, she probably, I need to drop her a line anyway. So yeah, I could ask for that.
Okay, so we have our plan. Our plan is we're going to set up an encore at Tower City, and when the encore takes place, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles go behind the scene, and we find out what's going on with the Nerfandi and how they're taking over the Technocrats. Right?
And hopefully, I'm sorry, go ahead, Iron.
How exactly are we gonna do that though? Is there anybody like specific that we're looking for behind the scenes? Like how are we planning on doing that?
Well, I think Fondy would be aware of the situation that happened at the last performance, and I think they would come to this performance as well. Otherwise, they would be very hard to find by us looking for them. They tend to stay in the shadows. I think this would be a way to draw some of them out.
All right. No, that's a good plan. And then, do we have a plan in case anything goes wrong, like an emergency escape or a plan B, like just as backup?
You go into the sewers.
Hopefully don't run into any radioactive sludge.
Didn't the traditions say that this place used to be a hotbed of vampires? Isn't there... Actually, I'm gonna roll an occult for this because I don't want to say stuff out of pocket. If I may, that is.
Oh, we get you, Ree.
Sure.
Yeah, because hold on, where is... I always get confused where occult is. It's under knowledges.
Yes.
Occult. Let's see. What would you say is the difficulty? Generic 6?
What exactly are you wanting to know?
Since Walter mentioned vampires, I'm wondering if he's smart enough to know the specific clans.
That would be under the domain of the lore ability, which is a separate one overall. With a cult, you could find general information about vampires overall, but if you wish to know any specific information about any of the other denizens of the world of darkness, you'd want the lore skill, and you would need to find a reason to know that information. So
I don't see lore. Just a side note, I don't see lore anywhere on the sheet, but never mind that.
That is, you would add lore. It's one of the extra abilities you would add it to your sheet. Earned it.
All right, never mind. Retcon what Walter said doesn't make sense otherwise.
Interesting. Okay. So who's going to be up front and who's going to be Team Ninja Turtles?
I mean, I think it's obvious which team I'm on.
Give another grade A performance.
I hope so.
Yes. You read the papers again.
I don't want to alarm you, but I can be pretty good at lying. So
really? I would
That's
never
the thing.
have guessed.
That's the thing. I don't like doing it, but I'm good at it if I need to. So, which group do you want me on?
I guess if you're lying, maybe up front talking to people since you can lie and distract them.
I mean, I can also use my license for whatever that helps.
So yes, it seems like your team theater.
Team what?
Theater.
Ah.
I think Ari and Iron are perfect for backup house.
I go invisible.
I'm not so good at the sneaky, but in case anything needs a punchy, I'm right there.
Pretty sure I saw you sneaking the other.
But see there, you saw me sneaking. That's exactly.
But they
I'm not very
didn't.
good at
No,
it.
no. I saw you. The guy you knocked out didn't. Because I knew you were there.
All right, I should probably give myself a little more credit at, but
Yes.
again, working on it.
Los, where do you want to be?
I would very much like to be on the infiltrator squad.
Right? And Galewind, how are you feeling?
Like to be where Talos is on the infiltrator squad.
You didn't hear that. No,
we
I
work
legitimately
together.
didn't hear what you just said, Paige.
Okay.
I would like that as well.
I think we need to end the stream, y'all. I think we need to leave these two alone.
Just turns into a whole different movie, basically.
The Patreon special.
Talos obviously is into older men. Okay.
Talos and Galewind, the new spin-off series.
Like the weirdest buddy cop drama ever.
Yeah, there's sexual tension, but we don't know.
Yeah, that's a real buddy cop. Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I remember Lethal Weapon, you know.
Yeah. Damn it, Riggs.
Okay, we have a plan. All right, so that wasn't that hard at all. I guess we could blame the chocolate and the bacon for that.
Well, it's the execution that will prove the challenge. But I agree, we have a lot of smart minds here.
Everyone here really smart.
Especially when you're not thinking on an empty stomach. Which was the real reason I made all of this food.
And thank you again for it. And Irene will eat like her third or fourth bacon burrito pancake.
Ooh.
There was a lot of bacon, y'all. So much bacon.
Burrito. So you're wrapping the pancake around the bacon? Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. I have to try that in real life. That sounds delicious.
Especially a chocolate chip pancake.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip pancake wrapped around the bacon.
Oh
yeah. Does indeed.
I was just about to say that. I was going to say I'm in the back corner with a chocolate chip pancake with bacon wrapped around it, feeding Rumble, the little tiny cat.
Can he have chocolate? No, yeah, he's magical. I guess he can have whatever he wants.
Meanwhile,
Rumble eats whatever he
Walter,
likes.
meanwhile, Walter is having the smoker special, aka eggs and bacon, and nothing else.
The smoker is special. All right. Okay. So, did it so what wards you wanted me to ward your clothes, right?
I think we were originally going toward Talos and Luna's clothes, but I think now it's probably best that if the front of house people are the ones that get those wards, so that would be Walter and myself.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know which clothes you want me to ward, and then I can take care of it for you.
Probably my costume.
Your costume? Okay. What would you like for me to ward against?
Dying. I would love to be warded against dying in general, but I'm not particularly. Hold on, just a second. Let me assess my abilities here. I mean, I'm pretty awesome. You know,
You're awesome.
I could, you know, maybe stand to be slightly, you know, less squishy. And Diesel looks really uncomfortable when they say that word.
Squishy? And they look over and like, wait, what is squishy? There's like muscles upon muscles upon muscles. Like you have muscles in your wrist. I didn't know that was possible.
Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, but you can't tell anyone. Okay?
Okay, a secret, I promise. Secrets. Well, you know my biggest secrets. Okay.
Yeah. Diesel kind of leans in real close to Ari, so that the rest of the group can't really hear them. And I go, these muscles are all for show. Just every single one of them is for show. They don't actually do anything except make me look really hot.
Oh, really, really hot? Oh, okay. So does that mean? So is it kind of like those costumes that has the fake muscles on top? Is it kind of like that?
I kind of like that, except that, I did actually do the work to get these.
Okay, I can definitely protect you because I do a little bit of magical essence for life, so I can see if I can do some warding for that. Maybe.
That sounds great.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. Yo. I promise I'll keep it secret safe.
Thank you.
Walter, what about you? What would you like for me to award?
And Walter's kind of like, I didn't think I would have to think about this quickly. How am I supposed to know what they're gonna throw at me? Last thing I would know, they're gonna throw me into space again.
Do you use like fire and lightning and stuff?
No, I don't.
Well, I could protect you from it then. Because the thing is, when it comes to wards just kind of like blocks magic of that particular magic. And so if you don't use it, I can protect you from it. But if you use it, if I use the wards on top of it, it makes it harder to cast that spell.
So that's how it works. Yeah, I don't really do the fireball, lightning, everything else thing. I'm much more subtle? Question mark.
So I can protect you from that if you want that.
Please.
Okay, yeah, just give me the clothes that you're going to wear for the theater and I can take care of it for you.
What am I going to wear for the theater? And he looks at Diesel.
I think Ari's and Walter's faces turns at the same time towards Diesel. Like, whoop.
It's the both of them had like the lost look.
Yeah, just like, oh, that's a good question. What, Diesel?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, no worries. Walter was asking what clothes they should wear for the event.
I mean, we could maybe set you up as somebody backstage, or even like a front of house, like usher or something like that. I think if we can kind of blend you in with the rest of the staff, that's probably the easiest way for you to like be everywhere, because the usher has access to everything.
Will I get to wear the hat?
If you want to.
Sold.
All right. Make sure you get an usher's uniform. I need to make some calls and start trying to convince people to do this again. And I will get back to you as soon as I know what the deal is.
While you do that, I actually just realized that Diesel, I never made you a knife. And Galen and Talos, I don't think you two have them either. I know you, of course, have one, and I made one for you, Walter, a while back, but I'm going to work on that.
She did? She did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unless your ex-girlfriend stole it.
Probably.
I'll
Ouch.
make you another one anyway, Walter.
Thanks.
I've gotten a little bit stronger, and I'm gonna try and see if maybe when I like make these knives, if maybe we can like do something cool with them, since like my magic's gotten a little bit better. So I guess even if I did make you one before, I'll make a new batch all around for everybody and see
Do
if
I
they're
need
not.
to start collecting spoons again?
No. So cool story. I like totally traded with one of like the hippie kids down the street for some oregano and came into possession of a very large obsidian chunk. So I'm gonna like try and make like some really cool like sharp obsidian knives this time.
Since when does Johnny have obsidian?
You know, Johnny?
They kind of look at each other.
All this time. You know what, Walter? We have to like hang out at some point. Like maybe at Johnny's.
Oh God, it's gonna smell like pizza grease again, isn't it?
Cats. I always say cats.
It's pizza grease and cats. For some reason, it's cats.
You're right. It is both.
I don't think he even has. Never mind.
Okay, all right. So I'm
I
probably
feel like I learned more than I ever needed to know about anybody in those last few minutes.
So Ari looks. It's like, okay, it's probably gonna take me most of the day, to do it because it's a long process. But I promise I will get it right, and you all will be safe and sound, for the thing.
I'll probably take me all day to make all these phone calls too. So we're in the same boat.
Yay! These do that thumbs up. So yeah, I guess kind of have our I'm not sure about Talos and Galway. Well, who knows what they may be doing for for the day. But you know, I think we have like certain roles that we're going to be doing for preparation for the event.
I don't mind practicing more martial arts.
You have to make sure that we're ready for anything.
We got to be battle honed.
Wrong.
You guys need a minute.
No, we're fine. We could
We're
take
just-
several minutes if you like.
We're just focusing on the plan, correct?
Yeah.
I don't know
What
what
we're
I'm
gonna
seeing
do.
here. I don't know if I like it, but I don't. Okay. All right. I'm going to make phone calls now.
You're welcome to join, Diesel.
They stick their head back out of the thing and they go, noted. And then just head back.
All right. Well, it sounds like you all have several different goals you wish to do. So we will actually start with Diesel, since Diesel took the initiative here. Who would you like to call?
I want to start with Selena because I think this will be an easier sell if we actually have a place booked for the performance. It'll be a lot harder to convince my castmates and all the production crew to come back if we don't even have a place to perform. So I'm going to start with Selena.
Okay. You place the call and it rings for a few moments before a familiar voice picks up. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Selena.
Oh, hey. Something wrong?
Nothing wrong, but I do need your help with something, and I think you might be the only person who will be able to swing this for me. We think we have a plan, and, well, we're going to try to get into Tower City, and the way we thought about doing that is setting up an encore of my show, so that we can get in the building, like, legitimately. Obviously I can't be the person who tries to make that arrangement, so I called to ask for your help.
Why are you trying to go into Tower City?
Because we have a strong inkling that the technocracy and the Defandi are working together, and we need proof to that point so that we can start figuring out how to unravel this mess.
Okay, well, so first, I'm currently not able to come help you all right now. However, I do have a friend named Tony who works at the Ritz-Carlton over there. They might need something tonight. They usually have a show in the convention room. Yeah, I'll send you his number. Is it any way that I can tell you all not to do this?
I mean, you can certainly tell us not to. Unfortunately, I do not think you'd be able to convince the group to change, like to switch gears now. Everybody seems pretty sold on the idea of, possibly walking into the most dangerous situation of our lives and getting killed. But it's worth it if we can at least try to figure out how to stop these people from succeeding in hurting and kidnapping our friends. We're the only people who can do this.
Okay, okay. All right, I will call Tony and see what I can do. They should give you a call soon.
Okay. Hey, Selena, you are also, somebody who should be careful out there.
Yeah, I know. Be safe.
You too. Eh,
And she hangs up the phone.
Yep. Diesel hangs up. They're gonna maybe wait about 10-15 minutes to see if this Tony guy calls them before they start calling like their casts and stuff like that.
Wait about 20-ish minutes before you get a phone call. And you check the caller ID and you say it is it is from the hotel that was mentioned. I actually don't know if their name is copywritten or not, so I'm not going to say it again.
Yeah. Yep. They answer.
Hello?
Hello. Is this Tony?
Yes, I'm told that you may be able to help us with our recent cancellation problem.
I think I could, yeah. The show that I was in a few days ago is looking to do an encore performance, and we need a space.
All right. We can allow you all to use the convention room. It seats about 150 people.
All right.
Currently, I will send you a copy of our contract. You all are expected to take care of your own cleanup. However, we will take care of security for the area, and we will maintain that the guests are polite. It is a black tie type of place, so ensure you are presentable. Are there any questions?
None whatsoever. I will get back to you with that contract as soon as I can.
Of course.
Thank you so
We
much,
need
Tony.
By 10 p.m. tonight. I was told that is fine.
All right. Sounds good. I will make sure to get that arranged.
Did he hang up the phone?
Cold as ice, that guy. Does not get out much. And then, yeah, Diesel is going to start rounding up the troops.
Okay, so for this, I will just say, give me a general charisma plus expression, or let me see what are their social roles. So I think expression or leadership is what I'll say. To see if you can convince your people together on short notice. The difficulty will be
can I use my flirtatious trait for this?
I'm gonna say not for this one.
Oh,
Not for this one. This is business and short notice. I don't think you're gonna be able to flirt with everybody.
it's okay. Oh, all right, cool. I am going to spend a willpower to get an automatic success. This is important. Got great news for y'all. I botched.
Oh.
Oh boy.
So you did get the willpower success. So how many ones did you roll?
2.
2. Oh, then you have no other successes.
I had 1 success, but then I rolled 2
Okay.
ones.
Oh.
So 2 would. Yeah, that would take a number of successes away. So you attempt to gather everyone, but you find that most of them are either busy or have other plans or just unable to gather together. You are able to get like a couple of the kind of backstage people to agree to help you, mostly because they didn't have anything better to do. But you definitely would be operating at reduced capabilities at the moment. You're unable to get any of your fellow co-stars, so to speak, to participate.
So Diesel comes out, kind of holding their phone in their hand in disbelief. And they're just standing there, very quiet. And like every now and again, they kind of look up and look around, and then they look back down at their phone. Well, shit. Guys, got a little bit of a hiccup. They explain what's happened. They explain that they managed to snag the venue and then striking out with pretty much everybody to get them back together.
Well, shit.
I didn't exactly expect it to go that way.
Oh.
But do you just need actors then?
I guess I do, but can they learn our town in like less than 6 hours?
Well, maybe we can have advertise it as an intimate one-on-one performance. I don't know the theater world as well as you do.
One-man show, so to speak.
Like doing specific excerpts from the play, maybe?
Yes, like what's the word for it?
A review?
Sort of like a review, like a monologue, but with rhythm. Yeah, maybe we can advertise it that way. Like this is to really get a look just at Diesel.
So are we basically making Diesel do slam poetry?
Uh, I mean, I'm down to try and do a one-person review of this show. I will need to go back to the script. Damn, this is not how I expected things to go, y'all. I'm so sorry. But we're gonna rally and we're gonna figure it out. Okay, I got some work to do. You all keep being great. I'm gonna take care of this as best I can.
Do you need a smoke? You look like you need a smoke.
Yes, but not right now. I need to focus. That'll just make me real unfocused.
And Walter just is gonna leave a cigarette somewhere on the table.
Wow.
Just in case they need it. Then he's gonna walk away.
Right. Yeah, and Diesel kind of goes back to their room and gets to work. I rolled so badly, you guys. I rolled so badly. I could not have rolled worse, and it was my best roll.
That's what I was thinking, right? Like, wasn't that like 8 dice or something?
It's 8 dice, and I rolled like 3 4s, a couple of 2s, 1 5. I got a single 9, and then those two.
The ghost homage was just too powerful to allow any other successes.
While Diesel is reflecting on what just happened, I think that'd be a good time for us to take a break.
All right.
Reflecting on my choices.
Yeah, sometimes these things happen. So it's gonna be really interesting. Okay. Oh, Shree, I thought you were about to say something. But,
No. I was just saying, wow.
So if you like what you see here, make sure to join our Discord, which you'll see in the description section below, where we have a section for spoilers, not spoilers, fan art, and more. And we'll see you for the second half of Boss Beyond Time. But until then, farewell for now.
All right. So as Diesel is finishing up and attempting to salvage this operation to the best of their ability, we are going to move over to. We're going to see what Ari's preparations are looking like. Ari, how are you preparing?
So I feel like that Ari and Iron are like together in the same makeshift. Is it kind of like not like an inventory place, but it's like a location where craft items, because of course Ari also can craft as well. And so as Iron is preparing the daggers, Ari has Walter's and Diesel's clothes laid out in front of them. And then they go ahead and tell you to grab some rocks as well as some lasers. They're probably spread across of it. You just like their own makeshift random objects of what they feel will allow these clothes to be given a special essence to them. They'll again bake some rocks against it. whistle along with it, and yeah, they'll go ahead and essentially imbue Diesel's clothes with life. So it'd be a life ward, and then for Walter's clothes, they will imbue with a forces ward.
Okay, so when you say, we'll start with the life one first. When you say life, what exactly are you trying to ward against?
Let's see. Well, how about reducing damage?
So you can make a ward that reduces damage, but in what way? Are you just trying to make it hard for living things to come in contact with the item as a whole?
Yes.
Sure. All right, that's fine. Is that the only thing you're warding against?
Can you do multiple wards of the same sphere? Oh, okay. In that case, I thought you only could do one per sphere. Good to know. In that case, I would also like to add in kind of a shield to protect, because we know we're going to be surrounded by technocrats as well as Nerfandi, and they're really good when it comes to pick up radar of like people's like just who they are. So I think they would also use their life to try to like put like a smoke screen to protect them from being scanned from like their health, like healthy they are, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Was that it?
And scrying. They're going to also make sure that they can't be scryed upon.
Okay, so for those three, you will need correspondence to, I would say correspondence 2 and life 2 could accomplish both of those.
Oh.
All three of those. What do you have?
I only have one dot in life. I have two dots. I have 2 dots in correspondence, but only 1 dot in life. Which one was the one that requires 2 spears? I'll get rid of that one.
Let me check the text. The Holy Scripture. One moment.
The Holy Scripture.
So I will because I am nice. I will allow for you can make it so that way it'll kind of cloak their life signs to make it harder to read those, but you won't be able to impede living things without having life too.
Okay. Yeah, that works for me. All right, perfect. All right.
Okay. So let's calculate how many successes you need. So you will need 1 success. You need successes based on how long you want this ward to exist. So how long would you like this ward to work? Do you want a turn, a scene, a day, a story, 6 months?
Oh, just a day. Because
a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 3 successes. You're warding against 2 things, so 5 successes. I will say this would be a 3-yard kind of ward, so you don't need to do anything else for that. Then 1 more, so 6. Okay, so you need so you need 6 successes plus 6 successes, and then additional successes for how effective you want it to be, and then you need at least 3 points of quintessence.
Okay. All right, that's be good there. So Ari just looks at Iris, says, "Can I hold your hand for a second?"
Oh, yeah, of course. And she'll kind of like wipe off some of the like rock dust that's on her hand.
And so they'll grab her hand, their soft hands, and as they grab them, you just feel them using their quintessence, and uses the 3 quintessence from Twin Souls for this spell. Perfect. Then from that, you said 6. What's the difficulty?
5.
5. Okay. Let me go ahead and use 2 more quintessence to knock that down to 3. Oh, yeah, I did that right. Okay. And here we go. So I did 3 or higher. Okay. 4, 6. I'll use willpower to make that 5 successes for the first roll.
Okay, you're at 5.
All right. I have, because Ari just said, they're a sweet bee, but they're kids, so they only got 2 dots of stamina, so they can't really go that long. So I will go ahead and use my second turn to roll. And now to verify, since I use quintessence to knock it down to difficulty 3, does that apply to this second roll as well?
No, I'm gonna say you have to spend the quintessence again.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I will use 2 more. Fortunately, it's not today, so knock it down to 3. All right. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'll keep it at 5 this time because I only need six successes, right?
Yes, you have 5, so you need 1 more success, and then additional successes for how effective you want it to be.
Okay. So difficulty 5. 1, 2, 3 successes. Perfect. And I will use a willpower. Make that 4.
Okay. And that means it'll be a modifier of 3, depending on how exactly it is used.
Okay.
All right.
So Diesel's is done. Has a modifier 3 award. So make sure it can't be scribed upon by the technocrats and everything else. Okay. So Ari just wipes the sweat from off their brows. Like, okay. First was done. Okay. Where's chocolate? And they'll get some Reese's and just jam the Reese's into their mouth. And after they jam about 2 more pieces, it's like, okay, round 2. And then they'll go straight into Walter's clothes and use forces for Walter's.
So you have spent 2 hours. I will say you have to rest for 3 hours before going again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that way it'll give you time to reset, but that should be fine. You should still be within your window. So you've spent 5 hours so far, so you still got like 4ish more to go. So
okay. All right, so I will go ahead and I have to use another 3 quintessence to start off the ordeal as well.
Mm-hmm. Each ward will cost quintessence. Yes.
Okay, now I'm actually getting low. All right. So this one, so start off with 6 as well. This will be difficulty 5. I need 6 successes. Right? It's 6 successes, right, for this one? For 2 dots?
Same thing.
Okay, cool.
This one is this the same? Are you making the same ward again?
No, this was forces. Forces 2, so I'm blocking them from receiving like fire damage, lightning damage, and stuff like that.
So each one of those elements will be a separate thing to ward against.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god, forces have like 8 different things in their bucket.
Yes, you are unable to ward against forces as a sphere, but you can ward against like heat or fire or cold or lightning. You can ward against each of those individually, but you can't make one great ward. You can't, like, you have to pick each of those as separate things. You can't group them all as one thing.
Oh, that is good to know. Okay then, in that case, we'll go with fire because we know Nefandi also uses fire as well, so that's kind of helps wrap 2 in 1, hopefully. So yeah, I'll ward against that one. All right.
Okay, so fire. Was there another thing? Just fire.
Let's see. Maybe lightning. Probably fire. No, because wait, yeah, I can do fire, lightning. Yeah, that'll work.
Then yeah, so two objectives, exact same.
Okay.
Exact same roll.
All right, perfect. Here we go. First roll. Boop. Oh wait, sorry. This one. Okay, so that's 3 successes. I will use a willpower for that to make it 4 for the first roll. All right. Now roll again. Here we go, round 2. Oh, okay. 3 successes. 7 successes. I will use 1 more willpower to make it 8.
Okay, so it'll be a modifier of 2. And how much quintessence have you spent so far? I believe you should have.
I only have 2 more left.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I went from a solid 12. Yep, I went from a solid 12 to 2.
Okay, you're down to you're down. You're down another 2 hours. So yeah, there are still about, I'll say, 3 hours to go before the time the diesel was told. So what would you like to do? Is there anything else that Ari would like to do in that time, or?
No, I think after they're done, they kind of like wrap up like, oh, okay, I think I'm finished now. I got all the words ready. And then they just kind of like snuggle up next to Iris, just lays their head next to Iris' arm and pretty much just fall straight asleep. Like,
Nap time for Ari.
bedtime.
Diesel,
Bedtime.
your ward is a +3, so write that down. Or however, Talos, yours will be a 2.
Oh, it was
And
Walter.
then it'll be Walter. Walter's not Talos. Yeah, so just remember those for me, just in case I forget, and I will tell you how to use those when if something comes up. And then almost to the end of our list here, Hiren, what would you like to be spending your time doing?
Okay, so I have a couple of questions still. I forget where we landed on this. I'm able to put my power into, like, one of my powers into this sword. Am I able to, knife, into these knives? Can I put into them that ability where I have, like, I can just dissipate things? I can make them just quintessence, just not exist anymore. Because I have prime, my whatchamacallit, my specialty, there we go, I word good, my specialty is destruction, so I feel like that's destruction, and then making the things not exist with the stabs makes sense to me. That was my first question.
And yes, however, it will only work on material things or forces. It won't work on living things at prime form.
All right. Am I able to do something like lesser than that, but still like a destruction thingy? Like maybe not necessarily.
You could make like a vampiric knife that just kind of, you stab them and it slowly took the quintessence from them and into the person who holds the knife. Kind of,
I will do that.
I guess, culty. Okay, that'll be a prime 3 effect. And you wish to put that into your knife. So my question is, are you crafting a knife from start, or are you trying to use an already established knife, an already forged knife?
That was my next question. I'm crafting a knife from the start out of this like large hunk of obsidian that I have. Am I able to just cast this imbuing thing once onto the obsidian stone and then make it into different knives from it? Or do I need to make the knives first and then individually cast it on each one of them?
I would say it will take more successes, but you could do it. You can make multiple. You can make a set of knives like that. I will say with the amount of obsidian you would have, you could probably get away with 3 of them.
3, okay.
Running out. So the first step, you're gonna have to is the actual crafting of the knives part. So give me a dexterity plus crafts roll, and you're using obsidian. I will see difficulty 6. Obsidian's not a hard to work material. If there are any crafters watching this and that's not true, then I apologize.
Would my feline work for this at all as a specialty or dex?
I will allow it. I'm feeling, I'm in a good mood today. I'll allow it.
And what was the number to beat?
6.
That is 6 successes. That's probably my best dice pool, by the way. It's literally like my best dice pool.
Nice.
Wow. So with 6 successes, you are very almost mindlessly able to kind of carve the flaws and imperfections out of the obsidian, and you're able to form very quickly 3 very expertly designed blades. And I will say, because of that many successes, it will be a -1 on the magic casting roll for the actual crafting, for the actual magical part of this, which is the next part actually. So you wish to make a knife with prime 3, so you will need a total of 15 points of quintessence for this project, because it is a very big undertaking. So I believe some of that can come from your pattern. Then you have two options. You can attempt to use the quintessence from your node and the tasks you have that you have a lot of, or you can injure yourself and take some directly from what makes you a thing, a person. Rejected.
Is there a benefit to doing one over the other, or is it all pretty much just the same thing?
Well, you'll get hurt if you take it from yourself, but it may feel more normal for Aaron. I don't know. It's really just a role-playing decision. Except for you will get hurt.
What about
yourself?
What about like breaking plates? Like, can't you like break items that get quintessence from them too?
Sure, if you want to, you could break all your stuff too. I guess that's a third option.
I Randall, she'll probably use a node because I feel like she's used to doing that since Prime is kind of her thing. She moves it. All right. So do I just roll RSA?
Yes. So the difficulty for this is going to be, I will say it'll be considered coincidental because you're in your chantry. So it'll be a difficulty 6 -1 because of how well you did with your crafting. So it'll be difficulty 5. And you're going to want, I would say you're going to want 15 successes for this.
Right.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to make magical items that break reality.
That was 3 successes, but then a 1, so 2 successes.
Okay, so you're starting off with a good 2 successes. I need 13 more, so feel free to keep rolling.
All right. Ooh, all 4 successes that time. 8, 9, 6. Do I have to do like a stamina roll at a certain point or anything, or is that after a certain amount?
What's your stamina at? Once you've done 4 rolls, then you have to make that decision.
So if it's a 5, does that mean that it succeeded or failed?
Succeeded. 5 counts.
That is 4 successes again. Like, I'm not lying. 9, 6, 7, and 5. Like, my dice are on fire. I know which dice aren't going in the freezer tonight. This dice not so good. 2 successes again.
2 successes. You are able to spend willpower on these rolls as well. That is legal.
Oh, you would have made it.
Then can I spend 2 willpower on that one for 2 more successes? Or
I will say you could have spent willpower on the earlier rolls. But I should have reminded you. I'll be kind this time. So you can choose to have spent those ones. So I believe you were at 12, so you would need 3 more successes. So do you want to spend? Yeah.
Am I out of rolls, or?
You will have to make a roll, a stamina roll now, if you would like to make a stamina roll.
Yeah. I'll make a stamina roll and roll for it one more time, and then if that doesn't work, I'll add a willpower to it.
Okay. Give me a stamina roll, difficulty 6.
All right. Again, does my feline count for this?
No, but your tireless specialty will.
Okay. What was the number to beat?
6.
3 successes.
Okay, you can push forward for 1 more roll.
That is 1 success on that one, and I'm going to spend a willpower with that one.
Okay. All right, and you use the willpower on your earlier roll as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so narrate for us what this process looks like. So you spend the better part of 5 hours crafting these knives.
It is absolutely tireless, and there's like quite a few times that like Irene kind of like almost like nicks herself doing it, and you just see her kind of like jump, and she like tries not to startle Ari awake. She's like, ah, crap, and then but like she polishes it all nice, and you can like takes a couple of smoke breaks in the meantime, like going in and out, trying to like vibe right, and she looks like a very very focused. And it's the most focused you've ever seen Irene on literally anything.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are finishing, as you look at this group of 3 knives, and you still have to bind a proper handle to them, but they almost have a kind of a primal or predatory feel to them. and you feel both a kinship with him and almost like a uncomfortableness, and you can feel it almost as if it was created from a part of you. The rest of you around can feel as this energy of the essence of creation itself is being pulled and commanded to behave and forced into this unnatural order. And as you finish up these knives, you can tell that you've created something powerful, and that goes against the natural order. But they are your creation. The way you use these knives is when you stab something with them, the user will roll 4 dice, and these 4 dice will act to as an extra. The successes on that will act as kind of stolen quintessence, as you begin to foot damage and pull quintessence from its target. There you go.
Okay.
As Aaron is finishing that, we are going to see what our friends Talos and Galen have been doing with their free time.
Well, let me get the right music.
Stuff.
Let me get the right music.
Got Barry Manilow. I hope that's the right reference.
Light a candle.
I don't think any of us fully are old enough to understand that, actually.
All we care about is the sexy saxophone.
Yeah.
Saxophone.
It's actually fun.
I would imagine that we went back into the sparring room. Hearing. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we're. I don't know. Galwin, what do you? How are we going about in this sparring room?
Well, yeah. So we would. Well, okay. So obviously, I missed the first part of the after the break. Are we starting our infiltration plans?
No,
You are still preparing for
Okay,
what
got
you're
it.
going to
Okay.
be doing later.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right. Okay. So you are clearly the more. I hate to say this, but the more capable of us two when it comes to engagement. But I think I could serve as a pretty good backup. So my suggestion would be if we want to, get into a situation that maybe you can be the lead on the situation. Of course, I can use my background and knowledge to help us avoid that. But if we get into something, I think it makes sense that I can back you up. And as he says that, you kind of see him look off because he's used to being the one that other people back up. But now he's kind of realizing that he, it's like a starter that has to come off the bench, in sports, right? He's kind of realizing like, that he's met a new star, and that he has to go on the bench. So he's like, yes, I hope that would be agreeable to you.
Oh, can't hear you.
I don't think that you would be my backup. I would consider you an equal, of course. And if you want, we can go over some moves and maybe do some striking, maybe some ground game, and go over some melee weapons and kind of really just get you back into it. Because from what I saw, it was merely something that you used to be quite proficient in and have just strayed away slightly. And I think we can harness that again and get you back to where you used to be.
I appreciate your faith in me. Something that I feel from the others as well, but no one has expressed it the way that you have. So I agree. Let's continue. So then they're gonna. I don't know if I have to try to roll again and see how I do, but I will try to roll again. Another dex
Yeah.
Ree, can I roll another? Try to redeem myself.
What I will say
yeah.
is that Talos is actively trying to assist or to teach you, so to speak. You can Talos, you can give me a dexterity martial arts roll, assuming that is the one you wish to use. The difficulty will be 8 for this because there will be something different.
8, you say?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I expect full-on 80s montage music.
Do I have 80s? You have the touch.
Oh yeah, Eye of the Tiger is about to play.
Oh, that's copyright right there, sadly.
Well, yeah, then we'll put Claw of the Tiger, you know.
I love that. Leg of the Tiger.
Yeah, Leg of the Tiger.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay. Mine is not so hot, I think.
Yeah, 8 difficulty is rough.
Yeah, that's a little bit much. I did get a 10, and I have 5 in dex. I don't know if that means it's double or not.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say your specialty for this won't apply. Your specialty isn't really combat related, so I'm gonna say not this time.
Not this time. All right. Well then, cool. I got 3 then.
Okay, so as you all are kind of going back and forth for this, 3, 6, what is your intelligence, Galen?
Open that back up. Intelligence is 3 dots.
Okay, so for Gilwind, for the next month of in real life, I will say to be extra kind, you will be able to purchase upgrades to your martial arts skill with a -3 to the price, to a minimum of 1.
Ooh.
As you are training and kind of going back through the motions.
Now, what resource do I expend to purchase?
Experience points.
Okay.
A bit of a discount.
Sweet. Okay. Can I do that now? Or do I have to visit a vendor?
I will see if you so choose that you can spend it now. It would make some sense to kind of be gaining your skills.
I kind of want to find like a Resident Evil vendor or something just in the middle of nowhere, you know. Stranger. There's some upgrades. Okay. Yeah, so I would like to, I guess. So you said it would cost 3 XP for 1 dot.
Subtract 3 from the price to a minimum of 1, and you can do that for each level for the rest of this month.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, I have 9 points right now. They're free. What are, I should probably ask this in the chat, but what are the prices to buy dots? Because I did that
3 for the first one, and then 2 times the current level.
Oh, sweet. So then I can get the first dot for 1. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to spend 1 to get a dot in martial arts.
Okay.
Yes.
And as you will begin to go through this training for quite a while, you begin to feel the tempo, the kind of natural rhythm, and you become a bit more aligned to where you should be or where you used to be, and you feel that if you continue this, you'll get back there. All right, and as all of you, was there anything anyone else wanted to do before? Make sure
I mean, it's very possible Diesel is having a small breakdown in their room right now, but otherwise, nah, I'm good.
Diesel is doing their best. Okay, then we will say, after all of that, you all will spend most of the day going into the late evening preparing, and it is about 9 o'clock Lucky will say it's 8 o'clock because I feel Diesel would want to arrive earlier for this, and you'll have about 2 hours before you need to do this project. So I'll leave it to you all.
Ari's fast asleep. After warding all of the clothes, it's pretty much like a kid who plays outside at the park the entire time and just runs himself entirely like out of energy. So they're just like completely asleep, probably on Iris' lap or Iris' arm or something like that, just out. So it's either someone would have to wake them up or they have to carry them because I don't think they're waking up anytime soon. Mm-hmm.
He's will carry them. They'd be okay with that.
I think if somebody comes in and like pick them up, he's like, "Oh, I think, yeah, I finished. Yeah, I finished. And it just wraps their arms around and go back to sleep."
Yep.
Ren is also kind of like dazed out in exhaustion a little bit. Like it's kind of like dissociated.
I think Diesel and Walter went in to pick up their clothes, so it looks like Diesel picks up Ari and Walter just hands Aaron a cup of coffee that he was making for himself, but like it's like hands it like, you need this more than I do, Logan.
Diesel looks to Talos and Gale and is like, you two okay?
Yeah, just really, really tired. Ari, how you feeling?
5 more minutes.
I meant Talos and Gale, and I was wondering how they were doing because they look like they've maybe exhausted themselves a little bit. I want to make sure they're still in top form.
Yeah.
Details.
Yeah, I've been picking up. I've been picking up some skills from Talos here and Diesel. I think it might be good as you prepare for this performance. Maybe a performance of a different kind to get your skills together.
Either of you need a cigarette? You look like you need a cigarette.
I appreciate it. I don't smoke though. Thank you.
I mean, I haven't done a physical warm up yet, and I probably should. But we don't have a lot of time. We definitely need to start making our way over to Tower City here soon.
We always have time for a 20-minute sparring session.
Oh man, you want to spar? I don't.
Just one.
Sure. Why?
Walter just looks at Aaron. So, do you need help getting Ari into the car, or?
Maybe just give them about like 5 more minutes to like sleep, and we can load everything up in the meantime.
All right.
By the way, knives. And Irene will kind of fan out the 3 that she made. I only had enough to make 3.
Ooh, fancy.
For right now. So whoever they take quintessence from the person that you stab and give it back to you. Does that interest any of you?
I think I lost mine.
And she immediately hands one over to Walter and then sees Talos's hand go up and flips another one over.
Thank you so much.
And Walter will go and start loading stuff.
Just for my notes, Aaron, is the handle of any of these knives made out of metal?
No, because they're obsidian and they give kind of like a primal energy. She would have found like some kind of like leather wrapping or something, which again is what I feel like Irene like just has a ton of this kind of crap laying around because she's kind of is like a dumpster hippie. So like all of the stuff from all of the jewelry, wire wrapping hippies, she's got that like leather binding kind of stuff around it.
Galen, would you like the other blade? I don't think I'm going to necessarily. Hopefully, I won't need it.
Yes, I think it would be good to me to have as I'm regaining my engagement skills thanks to Talos here. I think it would be good for me to have some backup on my own.
Is he a good teacher?
So he's the best teacher I've ever had.
You flatter me. And
I will definitely I will definitely take you up on it if we survive this.
And if we
will
survive this, I can make more. So sorry, Diesel and Ari, I got something special coming your way next time. Don't worry.
Oh, what? Somebody say my name? Oh, okay.
Stop waking them up. All right. Okay, let's get them in the car. Let's get all of us in the car and let's do this.
So you're all board into the car. Are you guys getting into the car together, or are you getting into separate vehicles?
We usually have two different cars, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just on a unicycle in the back.
I think we usually split it up, Diesel, Iron, and Ari in one car, and then Walter drives the other car.
Yeah.
Right, so let's just break this down here. Who is going where?
Yeah, that's true. There is
Three. There's three of which group? Tell me the groups. There's three of you in each group.
I think it's
Or
Diesel,
yours.
Iron, and Ari in one car, and then Walter, Galen, and Talos in the other.
Yep.
Yes,
Right,
per
so-
usual.
So as you all are driving there, you all will have to make a bit of a choice. As anyone who's been downtown Cleveland knows, you can either pay for the parking and be close, or park further away for free. What that would mean for you all is, close or further away. How would you like to handle this?
I would like our escape vehicles to be as close to us as possible. I'm just saying. I'm willing to pay to make sure that if the shit goes sideways, we can just yeet.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
I would just like to be able to
accessible.
yeet accessible. Correct.
Right. So you will make your way into downtown, and the traffic is bad, but it's better than it's been the last couple of times some of you were downtown. It doesn't take too long before you better reach the tolled parking, and you see there is a parking no booth there with the stick that goes up and down, and there's a person. And they press the button that you inside, and you all can park. Are you guys parking together or separately?
I made the last choice. Somebody else make this one.
I mean, look, if there's two spots open right next to each other, like, we taking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be passing up no open spots.
Exactly. I was like, come on now, especially in the downtown area. Like,
So there are two spots across from one another, not next to each other. You all do take those ones, and as you all begin to make your way, you make your way back through the process through into the parking garage and heading in. You all are given a ticket to let you know where you parked and things like that. And as you all are approaching the Tower City, the mall proper, is there anything y'all wish to do before you enter?
How is everybody feeling?
Walter is having a stress smoke as he gets out of the car.
Cool.
Ari's just sucking on like an apple juice box to suck up the energy back up. Like, I feel better now. This tastes good. I'm ready.
Cool.
Are you ready?
I mean, I guess I'm as ready as I can be, considering that
How much sugar is in that? Never mind.
it's apple juice. It could be worse.
Minute Maid. It probably looks, it says like 300% sugar in it. For Minute Maid, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Apple juice has the highest concentration of juice of any fruit juice there is on the market. So
Step into the mall, you are immediately greeted with the atmosphere of kind of loud and excitement, and you kind of feel yourself getting a bit more excited as you hear off in the distance the sound of the casino. You see the bright lights above you, and you see directly in front of you, about 20 feet, is a area for metal detectors, and you see there's two police officers sitting in either side, and you see there is a small security desk where there's another person who is dressed in kind of more like a grayish suit. All right, you guys wish to go forward. There's two there. The detectors are side by side, so two people could go through, or y'all could line up and go through one.
Technically, obsidian is not metal. Technically. However, this is some technocratic mumbo jumbo, so I am suspicious.
Diesel is probably the first person to go through when we, do start heading through those. And they're like super casual about it. Like they're famous, they immediately put on the commanding presence and walk through the metal detector.
As you go and step in, does anyone wish to do anything before Diesel steps in?
Walter activates his arcane just in case there are cameras.
Yeah, I have my arcane up as well.
Yeah, so before Diesel steps in, I want to look around to everyone and say, does anyone have anything any weapons of some sort or that are metal that would create a scene, firearm of some sort or sword or dagger or anything like that?
Irene kind of unloads a lot of metal stuff that she has on her that looks like a bunch of like makeshift primal street weapons, some of which like are made of metal, but not necessarily like it was supposed to be a weapon. But she's made it into one, and she starts
it's just armed to the teeth with shivs.
Okay,
100%.
because what I can do with forces is I can disrupt electrical currents. And quick science fact, guys. The way that these work is that, it kind of senses the magnetic field that's emanating from, anything metal because the electrons flow a lot. So if I disrupt the electrical current, that should not have it be picked up by the metal detector. So I say, everyone give your metal to me. And I should be able to get through this without a problem. Is that a loudery to use my forces for that?
You can 100% do it. I do need for you to tell me how you're doing this exactly.
Yeah. So, assuming everyone agrees to give me their metal and I can fit it in my I guess my coat or whatever. I will. It says I can do it through touch, so I will basically have my arms down, covering, right. That's so that I'm in a physical touch with the pockets, and then kind of walk through in kind of, I guess, an awkward looking way where I'm kind of walking with my hands to my side, and I'm gonna walk through, and it should not set off the detector if those currents are disrupted.
I hand over my weapon, the pistol that I got lent.
Sweet.
So you are stuffing your pockets with various metal objects.
Everything that Iron took off, I'm stuffing in my pockets. As I take the firearm from Talos, it might be a little hand stroke as I take the firearm from Talos. Does anyone else have any metal? Not just any metal, just metal that will cause them to be a little suspicious.
I mean, I am metal as fuck, but I no.
It's like I cannot store the magnificent Diesel in my pockets.
Ari looks like, and they think to themselves, is their laser tag gun considered metal or is that plastic?
That's plastic.
That's plastic? Okay. Ari's like,
unless you have some ultra realistic,
No.
I haven't really played laser tag in a long time. I don't think they have any metal that would be.
Yeah, they're not
them.
Perfect. So Ari's like, oh, I fight. I just have my laser tag gun.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You ready to do this?
So,
Yeah.
before you make a magical roll, I'm gonna have you make me a manipulation and subterfuge roll.
Oh.
You are stuffing your pockets full of.
Can we provide assistance?
You are basically like you're the person that's been given all the illegal substances, and you have to try and play it cool, walking past the police here. So
Mr. ST, can we provide assistance?
I asked for this, and I'm fine.
How would you assist?
What's the difficulty?
Distract the security with my subterfuge. I guess.
Tell me how are you gonna distract him, and we'll see.
He's gonna, since he doesn't have anything on him, he's gonna act like the very, well, not suspicious, but he's gonna act like the, what time is it?
It's about 8:30ish at night. Took you about half an hour to get here.
Yeah, he's gonna act like the typical middle of the night shopper, doesn't sleep, kind of looks suspicious just by default, smells like cigarettes. Probably up to something.
You can give me a manipulation and subterfuge roll at 6 to see if you can help Galen out here.
All right, so that's manipulation and subterfuge. And subterfuge is under talents.
Yeah.
Subterfuge, let's see. What's the difficulty? 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, I still didn't regain my willpower from last time, technically. Because I wasn't in game, no.
That back. Well, actually, what is Walter's thing? Walter, I'm going to say what you're doing is going to count as being a guardian. So you will gain back a point of willpower for this.
Ah.
All right, let's see.
Oh!
And I didn't even need to spend it.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Love
That's
to see it.
That was 5 successes with 2 10s. Do any one of those have 4 dots? Do you have 4 dots in the manipulation?
I have 3 dots in manipulation.
So close. That would
the only thing that has 4 dots is intelligence.
Gotcha.
But it's kind of fitting.
I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that you do reduce the difficulty for Gilwood, who is very much trying to walk through a kind of like bulging pocket. So for you, Gilwood, your roll is going to be 4. Difficulty 4. However, you've drawn so much attention to yourself, Walter, that people are paying more attention to you.
Oh,
Good.
It's nuts.
You're sneaking. You're being very good at being obviously suspicious, but now people are obviously suspicious of you. But
keep in mind, his arcane is also active this whole time.
That will help you. First, we do have Gilland here.
Can I propose something else? Okay, so I have 1 dot in manipulation and 0 in subterfuge. So I will roll it because I created this situation, and I'll roll with the punches.
Willpower. Oh my God, spend willpower.
But that'll just make it succeed, right? That won't add a.
That will add a success to whatever else you roll.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. Or if possible, let's just roll with it. Yeah, I'm definitely spending a willpower for sure.
Ooh, this is gonna be.
And I'll roll my 1d10. And,
I was staring at roll 20, what?
Yeah, and
squinting.
And this is 4, right? You said. Is it difficulty of 4? All right. Sweet.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So So I rolled an 8.
Let's-
Great.
so let's
Yay, it's
do-
2 successes.
So that's two successes.
something.
Jesus.
Okay, so you are able to play it cool as you get over here. Now roll me your magic to see how well you do. You're gonna want
Is that
difficulty.
4 as well?
I'm gonna roll
3, 2.
touch your pockets to stop magnetism. I'm gonna say that's gonna be vulgar without witnesses. So the difficulty total is gonna be 6.
Okay.
Mark off that paradox.
It can't be vulgar when I'm using science.
You're just using your hands. If you were using like magnets, a computer, anything really, you could get away with it. But just touching it,
Oh my god.
You have any more willpower left?
I do. I'm gonna spend another willpower. So I have 1 success.
so you get through, and the machine doesn't immediately beep towards anything on your person, but you do get the feeling that it doesn't go perfectly well either. And you get the feeling that the one of the guards, kind of a larger man with a bald head, gets over with the little wandy thing. And he kind of calls you over. I'm gonna need you to
Before-
step over here for a minute.
Before he gets to do that, Walter is gonna lie his ass off, and as he's being suspicious, he's gonna go, that's my uncle. He has a replacement hip, and
Replacement hip everywhere.
and he's been having trouble with it lately. So, and he's just gonna lie so much you can see the poo coming out of his mouth, basically. Let's see how that goes.
Manipulation subterfuge, difficulty 6.
Let's go. Do I get through this difficulty because Galvin is technically old?
Wow.
I love it. I love it. Sure.
Ageism for the win. Great.
Difficulty 5. Sure.
Hey,
Wowie, wow.
this
Is
is called tactics.
try. Sure. Difficulty 5.
Let's see.
They will believe it is your lie is possible. Sure.
Let's see.
No diligent.
I didn't get a bot. Wait, no,
Bot.
is it bot?
No,
No,
it's
no, it's not a bunch.
Ooh.
3 successes, 2 ones. He was
I'm gonna
You're
spend a
close.
willpower.
Sure. So the guy he looks over at Gilwind, who is doing his very best to be calm and collected, and decides to turn, and you don't know if he believed what you said or if he just decided that it wasn't interesting enough for him to care. And he goes and he takes a seat back, and I assume that the rest of you don't have any other medicines or anything else to hide on your persons.
He's just here to perform. They just rock right through.
Yeah, I just got my laser tag gun. That's all. You don't know what knows what's underneath that laser tag gun.
Walter just walks over to Uncle and goes like, "Come on, Uncle, let's go." And just puts a hand on his shoulder and like speed walks.
Sure, yeah, I walk with you.
Okay. Then after a harrowing introduction, you all are into the Tower City, into this massive multi-storied mall, almost a city in its size and kind of the amount of people that are moving about. That is where we are going to end our adventure for this evening.
I think, man, my blood pressure was like
I know, that was the
rising
most
every
tense-
yeah.
that was the most tense metal detector scene.
I just like
Don't be
every
suspicious.
minute.
Don't be suspicious.
Oh man, it was awesome. So thank you all so much, of course, for coming by and watching this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We definitely did. And we look forward to see what happens next episode as our unique band of misfit mages attempts to infiltrate Tower City and figure out what's going on regarding these technocrats and their funding. With that said, we'll see you next Monday. But until then, farewell for now.